So now here we will move on to discuss about diversification. There are like many types of diversification, okay? Horizontal, vertical, concentric, conglomerate. So first of all, what is diversification? See, sometimes companies feel that if they are just in one industry, okay, they might be getting affected by certain factors. If they are going to diversify and enter into some other new business or something, their risk gets reduced, okay? So assume that a company is in banking sector. They feel that something bad might happen to banks, so they want to enter into some other business, so they enter into insurance. So banking and insurance are at one point of time, they are similar, they're financial services, but still they are a different set of operations, right? We can't have the same kind of expertise people in both the fields. We should have a banking expert and an insurance expert. So this banking company feels that rather than having only in being in bank, if he also enters and buys an insurance company, the risk of both the companies might get reduced, okay? So that is called as diversification. So diversification is done for the purpose of reducing risk. So there are like many types of diversifications. We will look at how it works. So the first one is called as horizontal diversification. So this slide you can read it on your own. We look at a picture. See, so this is about an oil explorating company. Okay, so there's a company called as company A. They are into drilling. Then there's company E, which is into transporting the drilled oil. Then this oil has to be refined and it is being sold by a petrol bunk or a fuel station. So what happens is usually all these four activities are carried by different companies. But what happens is one company might find it out that it is the most highly profitable of these are refining. So what they do is they try to leverage their expertise and buy whatever oil refining company there is. Okay, so if you take Standard Oil, they might be there. They will buy out another oil company, another oil refining company, another oil refining company. So they are into the same oil business and in oil refining business. This is called as horizontal way of integration. So in this example, for example, banks buying other banks. For example, Centurion Bank and Bank of Punjab merged. This Centurion Bank of Punjab acquired Lord Krishna Bank. HDFC Bank acquiring Centurion Bank of Punjab. So see how it works. It is across the table, all banks are buying one another. It's called as horizontal integration. So why they do it? They are trying to become a bigger kind of a bank. They are trying to have one single brand name. So in those areas, horizontal integration is very required. So next is called as vertical integration. So in mining and steel production industry, okay, there are like activities such as mining, transportation, smelting, refining and rolling. So a company like Carnegie Steel does all of them, okay. So this helps them to assume that they were only in smelting, okay. They felt that transportation is very much needed, so they bought the transportation company. So they, from a supplier, they brought all that required mine raw materials to their plant. Then they found out even mining they could do. So the mining company also they bought. So they mined, they transported, they brought it into the smelting plant. And they also found out they could add much more value by doing refining and rolling. And finally, they are a vertically integrated company. So the entire profit of this company, this company, this company and this company will be taken by Carnegie Steel himself. So you can read this slide by your own. So this slide tells you how Reliance Industries have worked out backward integration. So it's a nice slide. So just read it on your own. So there's something called as a concentric diversification. So what is concentric? See here, the company buys other companies, okay, they enter into new industries, new areas, but they ensure that the new business also has some kind of a common base between their existing business. So example is like Disney. So if you take Disney and you look closely here, they are into producing the cartoons, okay, and they have some cartoon characters. So that is the media. With that media, they are trying into launch a channel, Disney ABC television. So that is about their usual television channels are Disney Junior, Disney XO, these kinds of channels. But what they felt is this is what they first entered. Then they moved on. But if you look at the same time, they've also used their cartoon characters effectively in terms of parks and resorts. Okay, there's no relationship between what the cartoon characters they did. They went to media, but they used effectively it in parks and resorts, by which they made money. They also went and invested in studio entertainments, something like production houses. So into that are studios. So they invested in studio setups. That is a different kind of a business. Then they also launched the consumer items based upon the cartoon characters. They also sold a lot of toys. They are also into video games or games, so interactive games like Disney.com or Disney Infinity and Maker Studios. So even though they started with the cartoon characters and movies of that, they slowly used their cartoon character base with any industry where it matched. But once they have entered into this kind of television network, they felt that why couldn't we enter into sports channels? Because like in sports channels and in cartoon channels, there is a common base of channels. Okay, there's the same technology. So why can't we do it? So that is how they slowly started to expand. So this is called as concentric diversification. They are concentrated and slowly they are trying to move. So the next one is called as conglomerate diversification. So in this kind of diversification, the company's ultimate target is to enter any segment where they could make money. Whether they are related, unrelated, nothing bothers them. If they can make money, they will enter it. For example, Tata is into steel, airline, auto, salt, chemicals, and even communications. So these are the listed companies of Tata. Apart from this, they have another 80 company within them which are unlisted. You can reach me at my website wowacademics.com, or you can also see my Quora answers. I am active in LinkedIn and in Facebook page. So you can visit at these places. If you just type Shyam Prasad and Wow Academics, you will get all these links in Google search itself. And if you like this video, give a like, share to your friends, and if you feel that any points we have missed in this video, you can post it. We will try to give an answer to you in the comment section itself, or we'll also create another video for you. So thank you for watching our video.